Welcome to HQ. Oh, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was rough terrain out there. Well, thank you for coming. I wouldn't have called you on the way here if it wasn't an emergency. We've been friends for a long time, haven't we? Yeah. I was wondering if you'd do me a favor. Hear me out. This is not a small favor at all. This is a large favor, a dangerous favor. And I appreciate that. I really do. I want to send you back in time. I need your help on this. I've made some mistakes, and I need to fix them. I'm going to first send you back to 1995. The 95 incident, yes. The T-1000. Yeah. Second mission, I'm going to send you back to 1984. Yes. Now, as for the 1995 mission, I need you to go back, and before you team up with me, my mother, and the T-800 series, I need you to infiltrate Cyberdyne before we do. And I need you to destroy it. I need you to blow it up. Every square inch needs to be destroyed. After you do this, I'll need you to team up with my mother and I and the T-800 to defeat the T-1000. Now, the T-1000 is something we've never seen. This is liquid metal. The T-1000 is made entirely of mimetic polyalloy. It's crazy. So I have something here for you that you're gonna need. I wrote down everything I know about the T-1000. Okay. I even did a really bad job of drawing the T-1000 for you. But let me read this to you. The T-1000 is Skynet's most advanced mod. It can replicate any object or person of similar volume that it samples by physical contact. Back in the day, my adoptive parents, foster parents, were murdered by the T-1000. Killed her first, then took shape of her. He never knew it wasn't her till it was too late. So this thing is dangerous. Please be aware of your surroundings and who's who and what's what. It can reach higher speeds than previous models, like the T-800. Compared to the T-800, the T-1000, no competition. But hand-to-hand combat, it is very experienced in hand-to-hand combat. It's pointless to try. It's also extremely difficult to destroy because it is capable of extensive regeneration. Yes, it can heal itself. Bullets, explosions, anything. You stab it with a knife, whatever. It'll probably mold right over the knife. But this is going to be a hard one. Last time, we dropped him in a big cauldron of extremely hot, molten steel. Worked like a charm. So, utilize that. Utilize nitrogen too. Freezes him right up. But temperatures of around 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit, those are the temperatures you need in order to melt this guy. Other weaknesses, extremely low temperatures, like I said, nitrogen, freeze him right up. They can also be temporarily disabled by suppressive firepower, such as that from a machine gun. The more T-1000 is broken up, the longer it takes for it to regenerate. They can also be destroyed by prolonged exposure to highly corrosive acids. So, if you can get your hands on probably take a tanker truck full. So if you can do that, you're made. But destroying the T-1000 is at your highest priority, as well as the Cyberdyne building. The T-800, let him do his job, protecting me, my mother. So you just focus on Cyberdyne and the T-1000. Now, I have a blueprint here that we can look at. I'll show you all the entrances, exits, security systems, the works. And you'll be taking this with you. I also have a few other things that you're going to need. One thing I need you to keep an eye out for and make sure it gets destroyed at Cyberdyne is the neural net CPU processor. We all know what it looks like. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Next, you're going to be tracking down a man named Miles. He works for Cyberdyne. Now, in order to get into Cyberdyne, you either have to hack the system or kidnap Miles. Miles Dyson. That one. That's the miles I'm talking about. I need you to do what my mother didn't get to do. And then after you do that, I need you to take his ID card as well as his access card and make your way to Cyberdyne. No alarms will be set off as long as you have these. Now, let's take a look at the map. Alright, so here's the schematic of the Cyberdyne Systems building. Alright, that you are going to infiltrate. You alone first. Now, as you can see, we have both CCTV cameras as well as volumetric sensors throughout the entire facility. You can see here, 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 and here are CCTV cameras. Then, the farther you go in the building, then you get volumetric sensors, state of the art. Here, 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 and here. Now, the locations that you are going to plant the explosives are A20, Research and Development. So that would be here. You know, here. It's hard reading this upside down. Next, you will place an explosive A33 Advanced Robotics. Here. Next, A16 Artificial Intelligence. Here. Next, A22 Software Engineering. That would be located right here. The next place, Chip and Processor Manufacturing, both A5 and A6, and they are located here and here. Next, you will place explosives at the nanobot development, both A25 and 26. And they are located here. So, do you understand the layout and where you need to place explosives? Okay. All right. It's pretty simple. You know, the technologies that they used back then, 1995, you know, really wasn't that fabulous. So I'm sure you'll have no problem getting past both the CCTV and the volumetric pressure sensors. Okay, so no questions at all? Main entrance is right here, A34. That's where you'll enter. You'll use the key cards, the identification card, and you won't have any problems at all. Alright, well, that's the map. I have a few things more for you for both your missions. Let's get to that. Okay, so I have this very old LAPD evidence envelope. What is inside it is vital for both of your missions. Both the 90s mission as well as the 80s mission. Let me show you what's inside. Let's start off with your first mission, which is the 95 mission. That is going to require a few things. Right, so when you go back to 1995, seems like yesterday. So, you understand your mission, right? Okay. Now, if you cannot find my mother, the T-800, or I, there's a few places you can look. So if you're going to search for me at any point in time, if you can't find me at the mall or out skateboarding with my friend, you may want to check my school. And I have my school identification card, which has the name of the school, address, phone number, in case you need it. As for my mother, if you can't find her in Mexico, Texas, or Arizona, maybe even Southern California, check the psychological center. Pescadero State Hospital, to be precise. Here's my mother's psychiatric record. Has the name of the hospital, the address, phone number, everything you need is right here. So, yeah, there's a good chance, depending on when you arrive, there's a good chance she's going to already be in the state hospital. And then, of course, your access card for Mr. Miles Dyson, your identification card for Mr. Miles Dyson, your map of Cyberdyne, your T-1000 fax, and this is a Cyberdyne Systems program card. This has their entire system on it. Now, back in the day, something like this would have been, top-notch, high-quality, state-of-the-art technology. Now it's just a trinket. But all you have to do is pop this out, plug this into the USB port of any computer. We've already hacked it to self-login, so you will not use any usernames, passwords, codes, nothing. plug it in, let it do its thing. The system will pop right up. Will then have access to all of Cyberdyne and Skynet's files, programs, schematics, the works. So, above all else, do not lose this. As a matter of fact, let me plug it in and give you a demonstration. That way you know how to get on it and where to go for certain things. Okay, so here it is, Cyberdyne Systems. Now let's go check out these 3 files. What's this? Yeah, just data. Some important data that you might need when you infiltrate Cyberdyne's building. What's going on? Alright, looks like it's self-programming something. May have found a hidden file. I had someone look over, well, a few folks look over this. And I don't think they found everything. Now, let me try to get out of this. Okay, let's try this again. Let me show you the CPU program. Here we are. This card even has Skynet's programs on it. As you can see here, all the data for the microchip and the processor. As well as the T-800 ARM. Both of which you will be seeking to destroy. So, do you have any questions regarding the software program you see before you? Yes, it has everything that you will need. Alright, let's move on to your second mission. Here is everything for your first mission. As for your second mission, you'll be traveling back to 1980s America. You're going to go back. You're going to team up with my mother and a soldier named Kyle Reese, who would also just so happen to be my father. I thought that name would sound familiar. Now, your main objective is to destroy the T-800 and all remaining evidence of it. That means the chip and the ARM that Cyberdyne gets their hands on. You need to get it first and destroy it. Everything. if we succeed with both of these missions, none of this will ever happen. Now, if it so happens to be that you can't find my mother or Kyle Reese, I have a few ideas on where you can find them. My mother. You can either find her at the diner where she works, the university that she attends, or a very hot club famous back in the day. And that club would be Technor. I have a ticket here for you. We'll get to this in a second. The university. This is my mother's university identification card. That's the name, where you can find her, such and so forth. Now, there's going to be a moment you're going to witness where my mother and Kyle Reese, they head to the Tiki Motel, where they start working on plans and start making pipe bombs, as well as other things. So you might be able to find them there. But be warned, things get a little spicy. So there's that. Phone number, address is on the back. The nightclub. Now, this is where things get tricky. Because at this nightclub, not only will my mother be there, but there's going to be an incident as well. The T-800, I need you to intercept the T-800. Get it far away from there as possible. Too many people lose their lives there, so, So, here's your ticket. Gets you access. If you can't find them after all of that, you may want to head to the police station. And that's where your next objective comes in. Because the T-800 is going to come and wreak havoc on the police station. And we can't have that. So, I need you to give the psychiatric doctor a little bit of sleepy medicine to knock him out. You're going to take his place. There's a blank ID. It has his name, his signature, his number. You just put your picture on it. Alright, so you'll need that. Also, I have the preliminary psychiatric report, as well as the police arrest report for my father, Kyle. There's the arrest report, as well as the psychiatric report. Do you have any questions so far? Okay. So, your first mission, you are going to destroy the T-1000 and Cyberdyne systems building. You will also make sure the T-800 is destroyed. Then your second mission, 1984. You're going to destroy the T-800 and all evidence of it. And you're going to make sure that my father survives. Alright, so any questions? Okay. We all know what the T-800 looks like. We fight it every day. But, for your convenience, you may gander at the blueprint, up and down. Make sure you know every last part, square inch. The vulnerable spots. I salute you, soldier. Good luck. And Godspeed. And again, thank you for this. I owe you. Let's head down top. See how our soldiers are doing. See if we can lend a hand. After you. Of course, we all know the ins and outs of the T-800 by now, I'm sure. We fight it every day, so. And, neural net processor, CPU, learning computer, read, write, and read-only motors, learning capabilities, self-awareness, endoskeleton is triple armored, hyper-alloy combat chassis, frictionless bearings and joints, servo-activated control system, the works, durability, resistant to the most contemporary weapons, HUD and targeting system, head-up display with tracking, internal systems checks, the works, everything. It even has vocals, skin, sweat, blood, the works. So, it's gonna be difficult. And this here's the 800 series model 101 version 2.4. That's exactly the one that you're going to be facing. So, you may want to take some of the time that you have before we schedule you for departure. Study up on everything. So any questions regarding the layout of the T-800? The chip will be located in the head of the endoskeleton. Fairly easy access to this chip, actually, which is surprising. Any other questions? Alright, well, let's get you scheduled for departure. Alright. Log in this thing. Yeah, sounds like we're getting some rain. Well, maybe it'll rust the little bastards out. We don't get that lucky, do we? Okay. So, false identity is already created. All of your essential credentials, driver's license, birth certificate to work, social security card, you'll have it. So it looks like your fake name is going to be John Geist. Yes. It's always so random. Mr. John Geist. Let's get you scheduled for a trip in the past. Soldier, you're all scheduled. You leave tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. Get back a few things. Yeah. I gotta thank you again. And this is a huge, huge favor. And I couldn't be more appreciative. So, thank you. And I'll definitely owe you. So, when this is all said and done, maybe we'll be able to sit in a coffee shop together and have a coffee. Alright. Well, I salute you, soldier. Good luck. Godspeed. How about we head up top and see how the soldiers are doing? Maybe lending a hand and get a couple T-800s out while we're at it. Let's go. After you.